Hello snowboarders of the internet, I'm your host Avran LeFeber, and in this video we're going to be reviewing the Rossignol Resurgence. This board features Rossignol's AmpTech All Mountain Camber Profile, which is 30% rocker in the nose, 50% camber through the middle, and then a 20% rocker in the tail. So you get that longer rocker in the nose, which is going to give you ease of entry in and out of turns, as well as more optimal powder float and a better area to press on. You got camber underfoot, which is going to give you all that load, pop, snap, and drive, and then that rocker in the tail, butter point, as well as helping you exit turns. This board's available in 153, 156, 159, 155 wide, 159 wide, and 163 wide. I rode this board at Copper Mountain on a day that was sunny, bluebird, 0 winds, average temps, soft, creamy snow, perfect corduroy, little chop and chunder, and if you knew where to find it, you could get on some ice, and I rode it with my Rome Black Label bindings and my K2 Thraxis boots. This board feels like a board you've ridden forever. It's just got this consistent, smooth flex. Now, I don't mean damp when I say smooth because there is some liveliness to it. It just feels smooth, like the whole thing will flex in uniform where you need it to. You do get a little bit more flex out in the nose just because it's got that longer rocker section. Then it's stiffer through the middle, and then the tail is actually the same flex as the nose. It's just got that shorter rocker section, so it's not going to engage the exact same. Torsionally, when you twist this board, it rebounds and snaps right back. It's not overly rigid, but it's also not overly soft. When it comes to stability, at high speeds, you get a little flutter in the nose and that'll slightly resonate back underfoot. When you get into lumpy, choppy terrain, this board actually does a good job of staying on top of it. You're gonna feel it a little bit through that camber section, but not so much that you're worrying about blowing your back out, because nobody really wants to worry about blowing their back out. It stays on top of it and it pushes through, but there is that liveliness in there. And when you're cruising a groomer at high speeds and you go sideways and kind of zip over it, you'll feel it a little bit, but not a lot. Like I said, this board's smooth. It's not like it's overly damp. It's just consistently smooth. When you need to load up this camber section and roll back on the rocker, it's predictable. It's easy to engage, and that snap is consistent. This is gonna get you up over that slow sign, ollie over little fat Timmy, the skier that decided to fall in front of you, and boost a roller or side hit. Like I said, it's predictable and it's consistent. You don't have to worry about it. It's not the snappiest thing out there, but it's good for what it is. That translates over to jumps. Small, medium, and even large, this board will handle it. I do think that small to medium features are really where it excels. You're gonna notice that it's got that pop that you absolutely want for that. And if you go to the bigger features, you want to land bolts just because you've got that rocker in the tip and the tail. If you land a little too forward or back seat, you're probably going to wash out on this, but it'll get you in the air and it will land with a stable downforce, like you're just putting landing gear down. All right, did you click like? While you're at it, why don't you subscribe? Click the bell, get those notifications. That way you're not missing any of the videos we got coming out for all you snowboarders of the internet. So with these rocker sections in the nose and the tail, you've got this primo sweet spot to lock in. You get your weight out on the nose. You don't have to press it super aggressively when you get sideways. It's gonna hold and you can really just leverage it. And then when you go to disengage, it's gonna snap. With the tail, you can sit on it, get sideways, swizzle around if you want, and then it's gonna pop right back out. If you know how to butter, you're not gonna have a problem with this. If you don't know how to butter, it's still gonna help you and you're gonna be able to do what you need to do. That translates over to jibbing. As you can see, you've got this big upkick in the nose and the tail. That is where you ideally wanna get your press into, is like right where it starts to kick up. And when you do, it locks in, it holds to the end of the feature, and then it snaps out. It's actually really easy to do a nose or a tail press on this board and get it to hold. There's a little bit of fight, but not a lot. When you go sideways, because you've got camber through the middle, it really locks in right around the feature. It doesn't clap out. You're not gonna have to worry about this thing just snapping on you, but it's gonna lock in and hold till you get to the end of that rail or ledge. There is a smooth and fluid edge-to-edge roll on this board. It just rolls in and out from toe to heel without you having to think about it, especially right underfoot. You can really feel those serrated edges grip. It locks you in. Short, tight, quick carves and medium mellow carves are total autopilot. You do not have to think with this board. You just get it on edge, it turns, then you transition to the next edge and it turns right back. When you go for those deep, hard, aggressive carves, you can lay this thing over and leave a trench in your path. You want a Euro carve? Go for it. You want to just leave a big trench? Go for it. There is a ton of power from that camber back through the tail, so you can really push off of it and get it to slingshot you out of turns. This thing is a very versatile board on edge. Rider in mind. So who's this board for? The rad dad, do everything type of guy, or someone that wants one board to do it all. If you like what we're doing over here and you want to support us further, swing on over to Angry Snowboarder VIP and become a member. Sure, I could tell you more here, but I got a video over there that explains it so much better. I love this board. I got on this board. I did not want to get off this board. In fact, I rode this board pretty much the whole day that I could until I had to switch over to something else. And even then I was like, I really wish I was riding this. That rocker in the nose is easy to engage a butter and it holds well. Same thing with the tail. The pop is solid. It's just consistent and it's smooth, which is nice. Like I said earlier in the review, you feel like you've ridden this thing 100 times. You don't have to worry about it. And it shows. I could ride this board daily, and I've ridden the new one, and the new one is awesome. I like this more. This rides a little bit more damp, which is what I want. I want to just kill off those micro vibrations, and I want a board that I know I can handle all conditions with. Plus that upkick in the nose and tail is great for if you get into heavier snow or something. It's gonna plane up on top a lot easier. This is going to be a sleeper board that the people that get it are going to be like, damn, this is actually really, really good. Comparable boards. The Ride Shadowban, the Jones Mountain Twin, the Nidecker Escape. Binding recommendations, the Rome Katana, the Jones Mercury, the Nidecker Kaon Plus. This has been my review of the Rossignol Resurgence. If you like this and you're looking for some bindings, why don't you go check out one of the videos for one of the recommended bindings. You know we've got one of those videos on this channel, so go watch it.